This might be something. Might be something. It might be something that is exciting. I am really surprised. I thought at first that I was staring at it so hard that I was just imagining a blue line, but I don't think I'm imagining it. It's very, very faint. Very faint. Here, you can try and see it. Good luck. You can't see it in the camera, for sure. But we might have something here. We might have something here. I'm going to wait till tomorrow morning to get the first morning pee for my more expensive tests and see what they say, but I kind of like that I used the ones with the lines first, because the other ones that I have are the digital ones that say pregnant or not pregnant, and I don't know that at this faint of a line that they would even show anything, but I kind of like being able to see that the squinter. It said 6 days past implantation date, and that's the first time that I've seen anything hopeful on a pregnancy test. I'll take a squinter. I'll take a squinter. I'll take a squinter. I was saying, I did test again this morning. There was a squinter. There's a faint line, a squinter. I think you might be able to see it in the camera, but maybe not. It's that light. But so it's pretty much the same as it was last night, which is great. Hopefully it just keeps getting darker and darker. But I'm gonna go home now. Going to have some steak with Steven and enjoy the rest of the evening. I'm also in very, very good spirits. I'm in just really good spirits. We've got all of our heaters on here in Miami. It's a cold, wintry January day, but I'm not going to talk about the weather. I'm going to tell you this is the reason why there are 2 parts to my IVF transfer 2-week wait story, is because we got our blood results today and they were not negative, but they were not overly positive either. My HCG level is at 14, which is low. So I am on my way to the grocery store right now to buy pregnancy tests, because my next blood test is on Tuesday. They want me to come back in to see if the blood level, or the HCG levels in my blood are rising, as they should, if this is just perhaps like a late implantation. But I cannot wait that long to figure out if this is going somewhere or not. So that's why I'm going to take matters into my own hands, get myself some pregnancy tests. The result of the blood test was disappointing, and you could tell right away with the tone of the doctor's voice when she called me it was disappointing in one sense, but also not in another. I did say at the beginning of this journey that I did not feel any signs in the first 3 or 4 days. And so in my mind, I'm thinking that's consistent with perhaps implantation that was just a couple days later than is expected. A late implantation is apparently 10 days after transfer. And it certainly wasn't 10 days before I started to feel symptoms, slight symptoms. And even today, I have been feeling some mild cramping, and my lower abdomen is still very hard and full feeling. So I don't feel like I'm out of the woods yet. I am hanging on to hope with all my might, and so is Steven. It's very stressful. It's really hard to know what to think. It's hard to know if I should be positive or negative. Yeah, just tons of questions, tons of different ideas. There's just no way to know. And I thought that this dreaded 2-week wait period was coming to an end, and nope, it is not. It is not just getting started, but it's definitely not over. So I am going to go grab these pregnancy tests and check back in with you later. Thanks for following along. Thanks for hanging in there with me. We're still going. All right. I took another 2 tests on day 11, and those tests showed what looked to me to be a darker faint line. Still a very faint line, but it seemed like it was darker. And so, and prior to taking those tests on day 11, which was Saturday, yesterday, after updating you guys and buying the pregnancy test, I actually went downstairs to the gym in our building and did like a light, easy workout, stuff that I normally do, just to kind of see how my body was reacting to it, especially after earlier this week I had gone for a workout and had felt more tired than usual. So I went downstairs on Friday night to do this workout, and although the workout felt easy, I did feel like I was breathing harder. I also, when I stopped the workout, I felt kind of a wave of nausea, and then I also had cramping after I stopped working out. If I'd had it during the time I'd worked out, I would have stopped, but it wasn't until after I started working out. And, you know, my thought is that I'm kind of moving the blood through faster through my body, so maybe whatever is causing nausea or cramping, you know, that just kind of consolidated really fast once I had stopped working out. But anyway, I thought that was a really positive sign. And then I woke up on Saturday morning, day 11, took the pregnancy test, saw a line that was more solid, still faint, but more solid than the line the day before, and was feeling really, really, really good about our chances and about our theory that, you know, it had planted late, and that was the only thing that was really wrong with the situation. And so I spent all day yesterday kind of in this very hopeful and excited state of mind, thinking, you know, that it was going to work and we were going to be okay. And so this morning I woke up and I fully expected to pee on the stick and have the line be even darker today. I was 100% confident about it. I peed in the cup, put the stick in, and was like totally expecting, you know, that to happen. And it did not. It was there was still a line, but it took a really, 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 really long time to show up, and it never got any darker than the line from Saturday. And I even took another test just to make sure that, you know, maybe that one was less sensitive or something, I don't know. Yeah, that one was also very, very faint. So, you know, up until it's now been 12 days since the implantation. I have never once gotten a dark line in any of my tests. And it is well too late, I think, in what now that the lines have started showing up, I feel like it's too late. This has been going on for too long, that the HCG levels have been low like this, that it's actually still worth considering it to potentially be viable. Stephen is not convinced yet. He is still really holding on to hope for this one. And bless his heart, he is doing everything he can to help me try to stay as positive as possible, but it's really, really difficult right now. There's a part of me that wants to start the grieving process right now, and I think that I am starting the grieving process right now. I don't want to lie to myself, and I just don't see any way that this is going to be anything more than a chemical pregnancy. So of course there is the, you know, the good news in all this is that, hey, I actually did get pregnant, right? Like, now I know that it's possible for me to get pregnant. I'd been wondering if you know, there was something physically wrong with me that just no one could see or no one could have foreseen that was preventing me from becoming pregnant, and now I know that that's not the case. So that's a positive out of the situation. Another positive is that this is farther than we've ever gotten. We have been on this journey for years, so that's a positive. But at the same time, this is our last embryo, and so it's not like I can try again next month. It's going to be a much longer process from here on out. But yeah, it's just weighing really heavily on me right now. Of course, I just don't see myself waking up tomorrow morning and peeing on the stick again and having any other result than either there's nothing there or it's, again, a faint line, which, I mean, in my mind, this is like basically over. This cycle's over. It's just taking a little bit longer to be realized biologically. I was so much more hopeful yesterday, and today I'm continuing to do the estrogen patches. I'm continuing to do the progesterone shots. I just have to keep going until the blood test, and so that's what I'm going to do. And that is on Tuesday, which is in 2 days from now. So this is so stressful. And I am going to go check on our de-thawing meat and probably talk to my family, give them an update now too. I wanted to give you guys an update while there was still sunshine. Sun's going down very, very quickly. I'll obviously check back in again when we know the results for sure, if not before then. But if I don't say it then, I'll say it now. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for following along my journey. And this is going to be a longer road than I expected, but I hope you subscribe and stick around for it, because I mean, yeah, I don't know how long it's going to take. So if you're also on this journey, we're doing this together, then at least you won't feel so alone, and neither will I. So I had my second blood test yesterday, and I am officially out for the cycle, as we kind of knew was coming based on the pregnancy tests that I was taking. Interesting, it did not go down to 0. My level of HCG level was at a 6. The point is, it was going down. I'd be curious to know when it stopped going up, because I never saw a dark line, but I do feel like my body was definitely reacting to being pregnant. I'm actually walking to work today in some pants that are fairly tight-fitting and high-waisted, and they are definitely tighter. These would not be pants I would be able to make it through the full first trimester with. Now I know. And I really like them. So, but anyway, I have a call with my doctor in about 45 minutes actually from now. So I need to get to work to talk with her. She was in surgery yesterday, so she couldn't talk to me about, what next steps will be. And what will next steps be? I don't know that I know the answer to that question yet. I think in the last time that I was talking about this to all of you, I was in my more depressed and angry phase. What's different this time, my emotional reaction to this, is the anger. Last time I was sad. This time I was sad and then I got mad. And it was that anger on top of the sadness that was different. I felt in some ways more intense this time. And that's understandable. There's a lot of factors why this loss is more significant to me. It feels more significant. Obviously, it's not. Every embryo is special, but I don't really have a lot to look forward to. I don't have something concrete to look forward to at the moment. I don't have any for sure next steps. We don't have any more embryos. And, I have to be quite honest, my age is really, really bothering me. Not in the sense that there's anything wrong with being 44, but in the sense that, I am starting to edge out of what's possible just based on my age, So, depending on what we will do, I will definitely be vlogging that experience so you can learn with me. Overall, how am I feeling? Like I said, I was sad and then I was angry, and I do feel like my emotional response to it this time has been greater than the first loss. But I have to say, we got farther this time than we've ever gotten before. At the start of this implantation, when I had no symptoms, I was complaining that I didn't even get a positive pregnancy test last time. Well, I can't say that anymore. Overall, that is a win, and I will take them where I can find them. We got farther than we've ever gotten before. I now know, for my own peace of mind, that I can get pregnant. My body has the ability and knows what to do. So we are just going to keep on keeping on. This is not the outcome I would have chosen. I'm not sure that this is ever something that I wanted to have to go through in life. I definitely, actually, I can say that for sure. As much fun as I've been having making these YouTube videos, this is not something I ever wanted to be my niche on YouTube, but here we are. So your attitude makes all the difference. Grant me the wisdom to change the things I can and to accept the things that I can't change. And this is definitely something that I cannot change, and I need to accept it with as much of a positive frame of mind as I can muster. So for the time being, I am scheduling happy hours with as many people as possible, and fun Sunday brunches where we can go day drinking without guilt. And it will be interesting to see where we go from here. I'm totally open to all possibilities. But the one thing I'm not open to, it's not an option to give up. So, so we keep going. Age be damned. All right. I should don't be crying when I go to work, so I'm gonna go. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.